Hello, DeKalb County taxpayers and voters. My name is Viola Davis, and I'm with Unhappy Taxpayer and Voter. And I have a community alert for you.
Viola Davis and her mother, Ruby Bozeman-Davis, are on a mission to speak up for taxpayers and to hold elected officials accountable. And that is what they have done since launching the Unhappy Taxpayer and Voter organization in 1996.
I consider them speaking truth to power. Because I think the citizens of DeKalb County really deserve it, and Viola and her mother plays an intricate part in that.
Now, there's a number of things that we as taxpayers and voters are not being told, so let me educate you.
The mother-daughter duo from Stone Mountain has spent countless hours at DeKalb Board of Commissioners meetings, at the Georgia Legislature, and at community meetings, highlighting instances of government waste and misspending of tax dollars.
None of our politicians took an active role to educate the public about this money. We found out about this money in a committee meeting at the Maloof building.
Here you have this lady, that is concerned about the community and concerned about the taxpayers in this county, how their money, the accountability of their money, how the money is being spent.
We as taxpayers and voters who have financed this money deserve to keep this money.
She is an example of what we all should be doing, in that she participates in government in a positive way for the right reasons.
They are the voice of the voiceless here in DeKalb County.
Their in-your-face style hasn't endeared the duo to everyone, but they have become an integral part of DeKalb's political process. In their 20 years advocating for taxpayers, they have fought against cell towers on school properties, against the ill-advised transportation special local options sales tax that would not have brought rail service to South DeKalb County, and fought for cleaner school buildings.
We can no longer afford to be the foundation for regional financing in the state of Georgia. When it comes to MARTA, DeKalb County pays over $23 to $25 million per month to finance the MARTA. That is a transportation tax that we do not get to bring home.
I think they're concerned about the people. I think they're concerned about the well-being of the people in DeKalb County. They're concerned about the property value in DeKalb County, and they want to make sure that their money is not being utilized in the wrong way.
She comes to commission meetings, and in fact, that's like I say, that's the way I met her. She comes to commission meetings and takes full advantage of the public comment period, and has been up numerous times before the commissioners to bring attention to issues that she felt were being not done properly or involved mistreatment to some of the citizens of DeKalb.
One of the Davis's greatest strengths is Viola's research skills.
When we found out, we then did more research. We went and asked.
Viola was one of the best research persons I ever ran across, and that's why I got involved with her, because when you are fighting or you are trying to represent the constituents of the taxpayers, you have to have documentation, you have to have proof of documentation. And when you do research to find out what's what, she's the best at it. She does her homework.
I just think she and her mother form a great team, and they work together, one covering for the other, while one's out taking a look at different things that they're called about, and together they just make a great team. And I think I, for one, think that we're very grateful to DeKalb County to have people like Viola and Ruby Davis. That's what's wrong with our government today, our local government today, is we don't have enough people like Viola participating.
Listen, employers of this government, we cannot afford to sit idly by.
While some wish they would go away, others cheer them on.
Taxpayers and voters, we cannot afford in today's economy to look the other way. We have to fight. We have been backed into a corner. We want our money back.
She's doing a fabulous job. I wish we could have a amount of Viola Davises in this county. I think that if we did, we would probably be in the problem, we were in the trouble we're in now.
I just want to say that over the years that I've known Viola and Ruby, there have been times I wish I had enough money to hire her to be a researcher for my newspaper, because she knows how to use the Open Records Act to get documents that would make great stories. She'd come by and show some of the documents to me, but she would never leave them.
I was gonna write something down so we could read, but I want to say to all the organizers, the activists, everyone, the private citizens, anybody who wanted to see righteousness and, you see something wrong and you want to make it right. Someone told me once that nobody's going to pay you to do what's right and to tell the truth. And I said no one should. Righteousness and justice should be a priceless entity that no one should be able to purchase. So to all the organizers and grassroots, activists out there, me and my mother want to say this award that we're accepting is for all of us that take on that role. Because a lot of us are not getting paid. We do it because we love it and we want to see our community improve.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you, and I'd like to thank everyone that's here tonight. I want to let you know that it's we're the two ones that are standing here. But it's more unhappy taxpayer voters out there that's been with us the whole time. I heard someone say once, well, it's just two of them. You can't do what we did with just two of us. And I want to say God bless you and thank God for all of you that have assisted us over the years. Thank you. I want to say a special thanks to Jennifer, because had it not been for her and her newspaper, she printed, and her husband, their newspaper, we wouldn't have been able to get the message out to you. They have been a godsend. They printed things that, well, sometimes that a lot of people wouldn't have printed. You know, you read it. So I want to thank God for them. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we have a rousing round of applause for Dolores Majors? She can play that violin, can she not? Thank you. The publishers and owners of CrossRoadsNews, Jennifer and Curtis Parker. It is hard to believe that for over 20 years now, they have been at the forefront of informing and educating and enlightening our community, and yes, even taking stands, and sometimes those stands were not popular, but they were always for the common good and for the overall good of our community, our community, our community, our community.